Alright folks, we're back again, and today we're going to be talking about the Sigma 18 to 35 F3.5 to 4.5D. Okay, I would class this as mint minus condition. It was sold, but it was returned because the customer didn't read the listing or didn't understand the listing. When I said that it requires a camera with your camera must have a built-in motor. So anyway, let me go over this again. But it was okay. The item was returned, and the item was returned in good condition with no faults on it. The zoom is still nice. Of course, he thought it was faulty. That's because it wouldn't work on his D5600 or whatever he had, a D5500 or something like that. He had a Nikon but no built-in motor. Okay, the zoom is nice, the focusing is nice. Look at that. The glass is clean and clear in the back, and I had to really inspect the lens because I didn't know if there was any damages while it was out. And there's like a micro speck that you might be able to see with a loupe, but visibly there's no marks. There's no marks, there's no damage. This is very acceptable. Very clean and clear throughout. No dust. And look at that bayonet. Okay. Now, your autofocus motor must be in your camera, and you'll have a little pin sticking out that will force this to spin. You see that? You see that gear right there? I don't know. That will make, the motor inside your camera will make that spin. And that's the focusing ring. Okay, there's the focusing ring. And that's the wheel, the gear, anyway. So, if you want to know if you have an autofocus motor, just check at 7 o'clock. Look on your bayonet, 12, 3, 6, at 7. It's right there. Okay? Now, this lens, there are many cameras that have built-in motors, like the F100, 12, 3, 6. That's 7 o'clock. Okay? Did you see that? Yeah. And this is a film camera. Okay? That's what those lenses were made for, film cameras. You can put them on a Nikon D200. It also has an autofocus motor, 12, 3, 6, 7 o'clock. But the problem is that if you put it on a Nikon D200 or any DX camera, you're not going to get the full advantage of the fisheye lens. Okay? It's just pointless. You're going to have 18 to 35, but you're not going to have that full fisheye image. And the reason is because this is a DX camera. You can find plenty of DX lenses. Let me see if I can find one real quickly. Must have one. Oh, there we go, right in front of my face. There's an 18 to 135. Okay? That's a perfect DX lens. And it goes 18 to 135. Not 18 to 35, but 18 to 135 mil. So much better. Or the 18 to 70 is our marvelous lens. Beautiful, beautiful lens. Or the 18 to 55 AFS. And these AFS, when you see AFS, there's a built-in motor in this lens. It doesn't have a gear. Do you see that? You see? But it has all those contacts. And those contacts is what makes the motor run. Okay, so hope that helps. Now I've taken some photographs with the D700 and this 18 to 35 Sigma. And I noticed that the images are really nice, but they tend to be underexposed. So I have to increase the exposure by 2/3. Okay? And that one, I increased it by a +1, a full stop. Okay? It's not, it's something that you have to get used to. This lens requires a lens hood to keep the light from stray light coming in on the side. Okay? But I don't have a lens hood for this lens. But I'm sure you can pick one up. And let me see, anything else? If you want a lens that's better and sharper and faster than this. There's the 18-35 Nikon, but there's also the 17-35 AFS Nikon Nikkor F2.8. Mind you, this is about 5 or 6 times more than this lens. So if you're looking for a bargain, you want a FX lens, you have an FX camera or a film camera, Nikon that is, film camera, Nikon DSLR, FX, then this lens is very affordable and will do the job. Okay? I hope that helps, guys. You take care of yourself. Bye. Alright, folks, I'm back again. This is part 2, just to cover a few things I missed on the Sigma 18-35 F3.5-4.5D lens. Okay, so let's remove these caps. Okay, and show you the zoom. The zoom is nice and smooth. I mean, the focusing is nice and smooth. No faults there. The zoom is nice and smooth. The glass is clean and clear. We spoke about that. Yeah, that's the zoom. What we didn't talk about was the aperture blade. So let me just go right to that and show you that there's no oil on the blades. It's clean, okay? And the blades will show you that by being very snappy. They're very snappy. They open and close, you see? There we go. Okay, so that's covered right there. It's a great lens. Now, let's cover over the electronics. I told you I tested this on the Nikon D700, and I did. I've taken some great pictures of the Abbey. Okay. Now let's take a picture of the flower right here. I'm going to zoom this out, and well, let me zoom that up to about 28 maybe. You heard that? Can you see that? Here we go. Now that's actually a very good image. But sometimes if you have stray light coming from one side of the window and stray light coming from another, it tends to do a little bit of ghosting. This is actually a good image, but sometimes it ghosts. And in order to correct that ghosting, I suggest correcting it in active delighting, or get yourself a good flash. For the Nikon D700, I would suggest something like the SB800 TTL flash. That's an amazing flash right there. Let me pop that on for you and do this for you. Let me zoom that out to 18. You got that image? Okay, close your eyes. Here it comes. Boom. Now you see that? Everything's a lot clearer and a lot sharper. I'm going to zoom in on that little look at that. See that? The Nikon D3. Look at the flower over there. See? I wasn't even focusing on that. So, there you go. Anyway, I hope that little extra helps. And you guys take care of yourself, alright? Let me put everything back away nicely so we don't have no problems here.